Hey dear ones! Let's utilize the lessons from the book of Esther and apply to our modern day challenges, shall we? Because I was guided to do this during meditation today. This story will show you how one person's courageous action can have a profound and lasting impact. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the book of Esther, Esther was a young Jewish orphan living in the Persian Empire. She was raised by her cousin and guardian, Mordecai. The story begins when the king, having banished his previous queen, holds a grand search for a new queen. Esther is chosen from a large group of beautiful young women from across the empire and becomes Queen of Persia. At Mordecai's instruction, she keeps her Jewish identity a secret. The central conflict of the story revolves around a powerful and arrogant royal official named Haman. Haman, who despises the Jews and is enraged when Mordecai refuses to bow down to him, convinces the king to issue a decree for the extermination of all Jewish people throughout the empire on a specific day. When Mordecai learns of the plot, he urges Esther to use her position to plead with the king on behalf of her people. This is a terrifying request because approaching the king without being summoned could mean death. Mordecai challenges her with the famous words, quote, "And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this." What Esther did that was impactful was, she risked her life. Despite the immense danger, she demonstrates incredible courage. She agrees to her cousin's request, but first asks all the Jews in the city to fast and pray for 3 days. This act of faith and solidarity is a pivotal moment. Esther strategically revealed her identity. So after the fast, Esther bravely approaches the king without being summoned. She finds favor with him, and over the course of 2 banquets, masterfully exposes Haman's plot and reveals her own Jewish heritage. She pleads with the king to spare her life and the lives of her people. Her courage and strategic action lead to the king's fury against Haman. Haman is executed on the very gallows he had prepared for Mordecai. So in short, Esther is a heroine who, through her bravery, wisdom, and faith, used her position of power to save her entire nation from a genocidal plot. Her story is not just a tale of survival, but a powerful example of how one person's courageous action can have a profound and lasting impact. This story is a powerful tool to empower people today because it offers several key lessons. Number 1, recognize and embrace your unique position. Esther's cousin Mordecai tells her, quote, "Who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" This is a direct challenge to see her circumstances not as a coincidence, but as a potential opportunity to make a difference. We can empower others by encouraging them to recognize their own royal position, whether it's a leadership role at work, a specific talent, a unique network of friends, or a particular life experience. Everyone has a sphere of influence and a set of circumstances that are uniquely theirs. This lesson encourages people to move beyond feeling powerless and to see their current situation as a platform for positive change. Number 2, courage over comfort. So Esther had a life of luxury and security as queen. To act, she had to risk it all, even her life. She chose to prioritize the well-being of others over her own comfort and safety. This part of the story empowers people to step outside their comfort zones It teaches that true impact often requires taking a risk. We can use her example to inspire people to speak up against injustice or simply take on challenging tasks they've been avoiding. It's a reminder that courage is not the absence of fear, but acting despite it. Number 3, the power of strategic action and wisdom. Esther didn't rush into the king's presence. She waited, prayed through fasting, and created a strategic plan, the banquets, to gain the king's favor and expose Haman's treachery at the right time. Her actions were deliberate, thoughtful, and wise. This shows that empowerment isn't just about courage. It's also about wisdom and strategy. We can use her story to teach people the importance of preparation, patience, and careful planning. It empowers individuals to think critically and not simply react emotionally when faced with a crisis. Number 4, the strength of community and solidarity. Before approaching the king, Esther asked her people to fast and pray for her. This act highlights that she wasn't a lone hero. Her strength was bolstered by the support, prayers, and solidarity of her community. This teaches a vital lesson about the importance of community. No one has to face a challenge alone. We can use this to empower people by showing them the value of building support networks, asking for help, and working together to achieve a common goal. It reminds us that our strength can be amplified by others and that collective action can overcome seemingly impossible odds. Number 5, finding your voice and speaking up. Esther's most impactful action was to speak. She used her voice to reveal her identity and expose Haman's evil plot. Had she remained silent, her people would have been destroyed. This is perhaps the most direct lesson for empowerment. It encourages people to find their voice and use it to stand for what is right. It can inspire someone to speak up against bullying, to voice an unfamiliar opinion in a meeting, or to share their personal story to help others. Esther's story is a powerful reminder that our voices matter and have the potential to change the course of events. Dear ones, I hope you will remember Esther's story as we go through these challenging times. Use your voice, use your position of power, use your God-given talents for the highest good.